Previously on Maybe the Chosen Ones.
Once again in Potva, the party did some quick shopping and then traveled northward to the Seder village of Pick, high up in the mountains.
Here they discovered news of Calalay having been there and having saved the village.
Reinvigorated by this news, the party continued on to the capital city of Valun, deep in the mountains below.
Despite some doubt of their legitimacy as chosen ones, and many false chosen ones, the party gained an audience with Cayman, the ancient copper dragon and guardian of stone.
After receiving a request from Cayman in exchange for his dragon scale of light, the party visited the Gora mines, where Udon won a minecart race for an amber gemstone.
However, a monster of the mountain deep may also want the gemstone.
The Call of Or, Heart of Tannin. The world of Tannin is home to 12 realms, protected and ruled by the Dragon Guardians. For centuries, it has been ravaged by the ever-growing shroud of darkness. Just when it seems that all hope is lost, 4 heroes, destined to save the world, answer the celestial calling of light set before them.
Gregor McConnor, the fierce half-elf fighter.
Udon Jadon, the spirited human bard.
Finnegan Stumblebatch, the quick-witted and wizardly gnome.
Dryodalis, the loyal Eladrin paladin.
What lies ahead on this epic adventure for these heroes? Who are, maybe, the chosen ones. You guys are at the bottom of the mine where the race finished. A mound of stone shifts, and you see a bunch of eyes appear. And it starts to growl. And it starts coming towards you guys, towards the amber. This looks like a creature of the deep. This is a stony skin with 3 legs and 3 clawed arms and a gaping mouth at the top of its head. And an eye that's just...
Oh, it's Zorn.
But does Gregor know that?
No.
Gregor, what?
That makes me want to look it up.
Gregor hasn't seen anything.
Yeah. Does anyone want to do a nature check or anything on this to figure out what it is? See if you know anything about it?
7.
Okay, so with your 7, you know its name only. You know that it is a Zorn.
Companions? It's
Nothing
Zorn.
can be easy, can it? You know, we can't just come down here, have a fun little race.
Darkness follows us.
Ah!
It's like we're the real chosen ones or something.
This is stressful.
Alright.
Hey, you're a winner. You
I
just
shoot
won.
it with my bow.
You bet.
Alright, sounds good.
At 20.
Whoa!
Sick. What attack did you make against it?
I made a bow attack, but I'm also going to use Distracting Strike. 18 total damage, and now the next person to attack it has advantage. Because the bow draws its attention to me.
This arrow smashes into it and kind of takes a chunk of its rocky skin off of it, but it doesn't pierce it. And now roll for initiative, please.
Nat 20. So 22, I guess.
Oh, nice.
Alright.
I got 19, so.
Wow, sick. Okay.
I got 15.
And Loon.
To start the order is Gregor McConnell.
Good thing I brought my Warhammer with me, because that does bludgeoning damage. And that's probably not going to hit, because it's 11.
That does not hit. Now it is Finnegan's
No.
turn. Oh, you get
That's
yourself that?
17 to hit. I get 2 attacks.
It doesn't hit. I get
Oh.
17, isn't it?
Nope.
Dude.
Gotcha.
Your advantage doesn't work on you.
No, it doesn't work.
Okay.
Gotcha. Finnegan, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna hurl a ball of thunder energy at it.
Okay.
23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
Thunder damage.
13 damage.
Try it.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Magic Weapon, which makes my battle axe magical. And
For
I
how
get
long?
a concentration up to an hour.
Oh,
And
sick.
it gets +1 to attack and damage rolls. So, attack with the battle axe. Oofda, that's rough. 15.
That does not hit.
And second attack, 21.
That hits.
Okay. 10 slashing into acid.
So 12
Yes.
is Udon Jadon's turn.
I'm going to cast Shatter on it.
Well, make Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That's an 11.
17 damage.
Okay.
And then I give Bardic Inspiration to Luke.
and it goes
Alrighty.
again.
Bardic inspiration.
Is that yours?
And it attacks Dry.
What? Oh, yeah.
Gonna swipe out with its claws. That's only gonna be 11 to hit. Then it's gonna swing out with its claws again. 23 to hit.
Yes.
8 damage. And then it's gonna swing out with its claws again. And it's gonna roll a dirty 20 to hit.
Yep.
4 slashing damage. And then it's gonna bite you.
Jeez, it has 4 attacks?
Yep.
4 attacks.
And that's gonna be
Hey guys, if I need help, possibly.
23 to hit.
Probably. Yep.
15 piercing.
Holy poo! 15?
Yes.
Oh, crap. I gotta make Constitution saving throws for my magic. Jeez. Well, I lose concentration on that.
And now it's Loon's turn.
She runs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Behind that rock.
And now top of the order again, it's Gregor McConnor.
And I'm gonna attack it again. Dirty 20.
That hits.
Okay. 2 hands on my Warhammer. 14 damage.
Okay. Yep, now it's Finn's turn.
I'm going to create a cloud of daggers around
Oh.
Sick.
it. And that just happens when it starts its turn. It'll take 4d4 damage.
Try it.
Yeah. I'm gonna do land hands on myself because I'm gonna take a beating.
Okay.
I guess I'll get myself.
Now it is Udon's turn.
Cast Shatter again.
Okay, sounds good. Wow, using your magic. What's this? 18.
They take damage.
Half.
Half of 15. So
7. And now it's the Zorn's turn. He's gonna make.
No, it takes damage first.
Oh yeah, 44.
8 damage.
Okay. It's gonna be.
Who's he attacking?
You.
You're mean. I need to go down.
That's a 19.
tell him dry
Yeah, just barely hits.
Okay. 9 damage, and then he's gonna turn to Gregor.
He has
And
disadvantage because I have my shield out.
good for him. 21 to hit. Yep. hits. 5 slashing damage. 23 to hit. That's another.
Hurts.
That's another 6 piercing damage with its final slash, and now it's gonna finally bite at you. 24 to hit.
With disadvantage.
Yes.
Goodness.
15 piercing damage. Now it's Loon's turn.
Loon comes from the side and just like jump attacks.
Oh, okay.
She does not hit.
Got like 10.
Yeah, it does not hit.
She just like
All right.
makes no
Yeah, she
use
does
of
that
the
thing
rock.
where like that animals do where they like jump and they like try and get you.
Yeah, okay, I gotcha.
Finnegan?
Yeah,
No,
no, Gregor now.
It's a 25.
That hits.
Okay. 13 to hit. And then now I would like to use Command Strike.
13 damage, you mean?
13 damage, yes, sir.
Okay.
So instead of taking my second attack, I'm going to go on to 1. And then you may add 2 damage to that.
Shatter. Constitution saving throw.
16?
Yeah, that means
Okay.
take half damage. 15.
Alright. Tell me a story.
Whoa!
As if throwing me the baton, I jump up, catch it, even though it's not actually there. It's just kind of a fun bit that we do. I'm not even sure if he actually did that, but I pretend he did.
It's totally a
Because I think
bit.
it's fun.
You guys would always throw weapons to each other in the first few episodes.
I have no clue what she's doing. As far as I know, she's just like Tourette's jumping. Like,
It has shatter on its head, and it like shakes there like it's caught
caught in its web, and then its head explodes.
Yeah.
And
The kids watching this.
That was
it's
very
gonna
good.
take forever to get all that blood out of the
Sounds like an alien.
There's gore everywhere.
I'll actually quick search the creature for anything of value.
Sure.
22.
Okay. So, Udon explodes this thing and then immediately leaps into its gooey corpse
Ew.
and starts sifting around.
Give me your valuables!
And Zorns, they eat gemstones. And
That's a
things.
good idea.
I just
Rich.
follow my gut.
And you find
Follow your gut into monster guts.
The gut.
you find 13
Whoa.
13 rare gems
Whoa.
equal 50 gold pieces each.
We can
What?
How are we gonna split this 4 ways? I'll take the extra one. I'll
Dude, we can fix up our fort. Yeah, we're
It's
literally
yours
standing
by
there
right.
as you're pocketing
You
all the
jumped
gems.
into the goo monster corpse
I
to
did.
find it.
My shoes are probably
So you can fix.
You're-
I'll get a hold of it eventually.
Udon, you are covered in
perfect.
grossness right now. You smell terrible.
You smell terrible.
Did
I need a
Shar
shower.
and Grot just like hide?
Yeah,
Has
they had disengaged from all
They
combat in
abandoned
that.
us. That's
I bet there's hot springs in the mountains. Geothermal pools under the
Oh yeah, probably.
heated by magma.
Sunday. Oh no, another filler.
First things
episode.
first, let's get that scale.
Yeah.
Go back to the dragon.
We're back to the dragon. I
Oh,
still
God.
smell horrible. It's
Oh.
starting to crust.
We put you in the back of the room.
Sorry, guys.
Jump
no,
cut.
never lead the way.
Back up. You use the elevator. You use the elementals, and you're back up there.
We make a point of walking past all the posers while
Yeah,
everyone's covered
like-
in blood.
Yep.
That's
I
right.
flick them off
Yeah.
as I go.
This is the real deal, ladies.
They mob us and attack us, so just give us a chance.
Beat them off with a giant ember.
Yeah. Yeah. So you present yourselves before Cayman. Oh, my friends, welcome back.
Hey man, hey man.
I like you. Oh, somebody write that down. Oh. And I just love how all the concerned looks that Abby's giving me as I'm
It's really good. I don't think she
Scary
likes this
dragon.
dragon.
It's like you're like not sure if he's like really on your side or not. You know what I mean?
Just imagine him as like a jolly
Well-
big dragon with like huge regular human teeth.
Oh no.
Flat molars and everything.
He is not safe.
He gestures to his elemental buddies to take the astral ore and the giant gemstone, because they need to go forge that astral ore there. And because he's an acid dragon, and can't really smelt anything with acid, so
Is he like really sensitive about that?
Oh.
no.
Let's not send another dragon off flying and crying. That would be bad.
I mean,
He's much older.
yes. He just looks at you and he just says, "Well, a promise is a promise," and he takes this one shinier scale that was kind of like glued to himself,
Oh,
But
man,
that's,
so you don't lose it?
buddy, that's obsessive behavior.
and he just kind of peels it off
Oh.
and he tosses it down.
Oh, the back of it's all tacky. Oh, yeah.
Dry catches it because it's a precious relic of divine
It's
energy.
been on him for 2,000 years.
I'm basically 1,000 years old.
Oh
That's
god, there's
fine.
grout under it.
Growl.
I catch it.
Sauerkraut.
What's the scale to keep?
I need a
shower
too.
For it.
And
I mean, it gives you an ability
That's
to
the
cast
thing.
spear, which I've never.
Yeah, I've never actually done that.
Do you want it, Finn?
I want to cast
Okay.
spear.
yeah, so you now have the scale. You've completed that quest. But now you find
And the
yourselves.
quest name was.
Oh yeah, the quest name was the minecart quest was Carts Go.
Okay.
And yeah,
Just
so
late enough for that to be funny.
now it's nighttime.
Small
It has
window.
been nighttime for a while, but I mean it's middle of the night. The gates will not open until noontime tomorrow, and you find yourselves in the capital city, this massive metropolis, and you have a bunch of other stuff that you can do.
Showering.
You have Supreme Smithing, run by Tarak. You have the Weapons Shop, run by Nadar. Armor. The Armory is run by Kriv. A Jewelry Shop, run by Torbera. You've been to the Greater Mines, a clothing shop run by Haran. The Abjuration Academy, run by Artine. An alchemy shop run by Orla. A tavern run by Akra. The library ruins being curated and fixed by Dvor. The Voda Fissure, which is a water pool under the mountain. A geyser that shoots from the lower levels up to the main levels. The main guard base, barracks, and training run by Lair. The Stone Palace, which you've been to. The 3 districts are gold, silver, and bronze.
So we can, I know we have stuff we want to do in the city, which we could try doing right now,
It's like
or go to bed.
night. I personally am covered in
That's true, right.
goop.
We
I would
did do a
like
fight.
to find a room,
Okay.
take a shower,
Well,
sleep, have a nice meal maybe, and then wake up tomorrow morning and
Udon, you're welcome to take a bath, but showers haven't been invented yet.
Dump water on.
Anyways, so we're gonna talk
Okay. Yeah, so you find the tavern on the bottom level in the Bronze District.
We gotta walk all
Is
the
that
way
the
down
poor
to
people
bottom.
district?
Isn't that, there's one in the,
Is there?
in the Silver District?
Oh, there is one.
We can go,
I don't know about
You
you
could
guys.
go to the Silver Tavern.
Udon is feeling like we should go to the not lower class portion because she wants a nice bath. You know,
We have a lot of
like,
money,
We've
so-
made money. Like sometimes it's just exhausting to always go to like the dirtiest place, cheapest place possible.
But usually
I've
get it
lived
for
my
free.
whole life in that class. I don't need to go back.
Exactly.
Valid.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you guys head to the Silver District?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you head to the Silver District, away from kind of the hustle and bustle of all of the kind of the Times Square of this place. You head away from there. You know, you head away from all the street performers and.
We'll be here another day if you want to talk about street performers.
Elmo and a cup.
Get picture.
Oh no! Dry is horrifying.
You head to the Silver District, which is as you enter this district, it's still bustly, but things kind of quiet down a little bit. It's more like it's just stepping into maybe less of a touristy area. You know, it's still busy. There's still a lot of locals shopping and trading, but there's not just so much crazy energy going on.
Like what time is it right now?
It is now, like we said, it's nighttime. I'm gonna say it's probably 10 p.m.
Okay. It's hard
On
to
the
tell
dot.
because we are.
It is impossible
And
to tell.
Udon is kind of disoriented and like feeling, even though like there's a lot of space in here, she's also feeling very claustrophobic and just remembering like,
We're sealed in.
I don't enjoy being in cities and also I'm trapped inside of a mountain.
You're
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have to go into a temple under the ground or anything later.
Podcast listeners
Why
can't
would
see
you
us
say
all.
that? Oh, Dada.
I don't like it underground either. There's no pretty plants or trees or water. I mean,
Yeah, do they like have plants down here?
roots.
There's like foliage. Yeah,
Like bioluminescent
Hanging
stuff.
moss that we can.
Yep, hanging mosses.
Hanging moss gardens.
Wow.
So yeah, there's hanging moss. There's a lot of like just kind of foliage and little kind of very durable plants and things like that. But there's also kind of one of the biggest features of kind of natural formations that you can see is kind of lining the walls of this city, and one of the things that kind of creates this artificial day for the whole city is these outcroppings of crystals that glow like a mild white light, and it just kind of fills the whole interior of this mountain with this kind of eternal day. So yeah, as you guys are walking into the Silver District, you find yourselves. It's just there's middle class housing, kind of.
Applebee's.
And 1 Perkins.
That's like at the edge of the bronze though.
As you approach the tavern, you see from the sign hanging down the side an etching of a mountain peak and the name Mountain's Heart Tavern.
So we found an inn, guys.
Cool.
Let's rest. Don't you just walk into the tavern?
I don't know. I'm knocking on the bar.
Knock on wood for luck.
We get a couple rooms here.
As you knock on the bar, a tall dragonborn woman turns around, and she's copper dragonborn. So, did you just say bathtub?
Yes.
Is that what you said to her?
Yes, I want a bathtub.
I would also like a bathtub. I assume, Udon, you want to take a bath at separate times in separate baths.
You're getting better too.
We're all improving.
The offer is always open.
To bathe separately. So this dragonborn woman, she looks at you. You walk in, you knock, you say bathtub.
We say it at the same time.
She looks at you and she says, "Is this all that you're wanting, or?"
A room and a bath. Do baths come in the room? I don't know how you guys do things from here.
I look at the menu, and the menu says room, 10 gold, and then it says room and bath, 11 gold, and then it says room and bath and guest, and then there's a big upcharge.
It would probably only be like 8 silver.
I will take
For
a room.
Silver
and bath.
District room?
Yeah, I'm looking at the book.
This is incorrect.
Ooh.
Money is
We have kind of totally screwed up our imaginary economy with the way that we've been playing this game. So it's very expensive.
Isn't the economy imaginary?
It can rise and fall.
Allow me to educate you on speculation.
So for this time and 20 gold pieces.
We are.
Hit this place.
4 bedroom and bath package.
Is that all 4 rooms together?
No.
That's room
Try
piece.
you're imitating
You
perhaps.
don't imitate. What?
I understand the
no.
temptation.
So fun.
You do it in your head, and then you do it with your friends later.
Later behind her back.
Can we do that later?
Absolutely.
I like the way you talk.
How many rooms do you want? With bath
3.
or without bath?
Not to be weird, one is cheaper.
I don't need a room. I'll just
Yeah,
crash
just
with Udon.
Crush with me.
And we only
2?
need one
Do you guys
bed.
want?
I'm like your alarm clock. I should
Yeah.
be smelling something.
Yeah.
Is this how many? I'm confused. Why you don't need room?
2? Oh,
My wife and I like to have our friends sleep between us.
Wait, did you gesture to him when you say wife? I'm confused.
I just, the image of like Gregor and Udon in a twin bed with like Finn in between them. Like,
sitting there watching you guys sleep.
I had a nightmare and I sit here tonight.
Yeah, watching you sleep.
20 a room, and we're getting 2 rooms.
2 rooms.
This is all you want. And this is 2 rooms with bath,
You guys want
or
baths?
2 rooms without bath,
I'm
or
gonna
1
go-
room
I'm
with
gonna do
bath.
a quick sniff check.
Yeah.
Sniff check. What? Sorry.
Bath.
Oh, I see. Yes. Smell yourself, young man.
Oh, that's a 3.
With the 3,
I knocked myself out.
your constitution score is permanently lowered. No, you smell nothing. You smell fine, according to you.
I'm good. I'm great.
So we can use group fun money.
Yeah.
The
40
group funny.
40 gold. Let's do it. That's
Alright.
cheap. It's a
40
bargain.
Okay, good. You get 2 rooms. This is last minute. We have rooms 3rd floor up.
Oh my.
Great. Thanks.
We have a good view. Not like a
aquifers.
back alley.
The aquifers lead to pool behind the place. You need to bring water up 3rd floor yourself.
Oh.
What are we paying for?
You're paying for room with bathtub.
Oh, 20 gold.
It's basically New York City. You get 1 bedroom apartment, $1,300 a month.
You don't have a bus lad or lass that can carry the water, a water boy?
They are, well, okay, we are not open, I mean, we're open 24/7, but we don't have the staffing to permanently have child labor this long.
I begrudgingly cast Mage Hand and
Ooh.
go and fill up a bucket of water, and Mage Hand carries one, and I carry
I'll grab
another.
2.
Okay.
And I go up to my room.
I'm gonna
I
give,
bring that for you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give my invisible
And I-
servant another chance
I
to
definitely would have offered to help, but then that whole thing happened.
We all carry up water for your bath and it just
Thank you.
overflows.
Yeah. It's
I
that scene
am
in Sorcerer's
quite
Apprentice.
nasty.
You guys go up to your rooms, and they are not the nicest digs in the world, but they're also not bad. It's like a nice hotel. You're not in motel territory anymore, but you're in a decently nice hotel. You're not in
That's
the
what the Bronze District looks like.
Oof. Hey, Udon.
Motel
So when
6.
you're like taking your bath, do you want to like braid my hair? Oh, look the other way.
While I'm taking a bath?
Yeah.
Let me like quick scrub everything off.
Right.
But like,
She started braiding your hair, just gets goopy, grimy crap, and your hair doesn't.
Sorry,
What? Than I
What's the
remember.
scene? What's the scene you're between with Udon and Dry? No,
I meant after you're clean, you're
Yeah.
just chilling.
I'm clean.
Bored.
And I like, dry off, whatever, and then we have like a little summer party
Yeah.
or whatever. And so, we're
You
in our
braid my hair.
towels, and I like have like a towel wrapped around my head, like it's
Yeah.
wrapping my hair, but I'm actually
You're
having
I've seen
and
people do this.
then I braid your hair,
Do
and
we have nail polish?
let's see how good I am at braiding hair.
Oh, you're gonna roll. Get in your dice.
Where are my
for
dice?
D&D.
I literally don't even have
So
them.
fair.
I'm using one of my lucky points because I want to braid your hair.
Oh my gosh.
What
That's
do I
the
add?
nicest
I'm
thing
gonna add,
anyone's ever done.
I'm gonna add maybe dexterity
dexterity?
of
Yep.
fingers.
Are you proficient in it?
Yeah.
In-
16.
All right, you, for one with no hair, braid this hair.
I wasn't always bald.
I need to see like kid
I wasn't
pictures of
always
Udon.
bald. The camera zooms in on her vacant expression and then goes back.
When
No.
we go to your
I don't
hometown, I want to see like kid pictures of you with your little hair. It'll be great.
Child portraits.
Yeah, kid portraits.
Make sure you remind me because I'll probably forget.
No, I hope you do. I braid your hair into like very elaborately, like in the braids of my people.
Whoa.
Like the way that I just like
Sick.
learning how to braid.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
First, you've got the skill for it and no way to apply it.
I know.
um,
like,
What are the guys
for,
yours?
just for Drya's future reference,
Yeah.
unless Udon helps you, you cannot get these braids undone.
Oh my
undone.
gosh. Oh no.
You should
But
get.
they look really nice,
Oh, if
and
I,
they'll
like-
last you a long time too.
If I like sleep with the, I don't sleep though. Never mind.
Oh no. Oh god.
These braids
I
are just a
heard
bunch of
lady in
sailor
the morning.
snots.
You should get like a charisma bonus.
Yeah, do I get inspiration? I don't have
Because
inspiration.
her hair just looks too good.
Yeah. And it's like one of those things. If you want, do you want me to kind of like wrap it around your head stylistically?
Oh, like tangled?
Yeah,
She has
kind of.
really, I have really long hair, so.
Yeah, yeah. Except hers just like goes back.
You know what? For that kind of fun reference to Udon's past, the two of you get
Yeah!
Inspiration.
Finnegan, what if we bathed?
Braid each other's beards.
Braid each other's. I was just going to say that.
Oh my God, there we
Did we
go.
just become best friends?
You guys are spot
Okay, so what's going on in the men's room?
I'm thinking of parted, like the two spikes sticking out at an angle,
Oh, I love it.
and like some beads. What time is it?
It is now approaching midnight.
Okay, let's go to bed. Good night, guys.
I suppose, yeah.
Night trial.
Good night, Udon. I'll make sure not to forget you and wake you up in the morning.
Thanks.
Finnegan, you dodged the love question every time.
You know, I've got faith inside.
So what I'm picturing for you guys in the room is I'm picturing Gregor on the bed, and then Finnegan is just like laying on the floor with like a blanket over him.
Why is Finnegan on the floor? Why is Finnegan on the floor?
Because we wrestled for
what
it.
I
I didn't realize
pictured.
that wasn't fair.
Well, let's have a magic off
what if-
for it next
What
time.
if it's one of those beds that has a hideaway that has a little slide out?
Yes, it's a trundle bed.
I think it's like
Okay,
just
no,
like
wait,
a regular,
no, wait.
like kind of
Guys.
small bed, and you guys are both cuddled up in it.
I'm
Or facing.
I'm gonna retcon. It's a bunk bed.
Oh, that's cool.
So you guys can decide who has top bunk.
20 gold pieces.
Dude, a pillowcase could be like a sleeping bag for you.
Yeah.
I'll take bottom.
All right. Be in the top, more like sitting in a tree.
The last question.
You know, I've been thinking about it, and it's...
You don't have to.
Well...
But I'm going to keep prodding because I can't help it.
I mean, it's not like there were never people I was close to. There was someone back in the town I grew up in. I think you met her when we stopped by there. We grew up together. We spent every day together.
You hear dry cough from the oar.
I remember her name.
Shh, try it, man. Go away.
Aww.
Fill you in later.
You never invite me to girls' night, so alright. You were saying. You were close, you grew up together, you were best friends.
Grew up together, spent every day together, just about. We would run away into the woods, away from the village, and just swap stories, making things up for each other, telling each other stories about heroes and great, amazing things that were happening out there. And I suppose when I'm talking about expectations back home, I suppose the person who had the ball was me. Because I always thought that eventually we'd grow up, leave the village, go have adventures of our own. But she had never wanted to leave in the first place, and I imagine I probably could have seen the signs, but probably could have handled it a lot better. But I promised myself that I wouldn't come back until I had a story to tell of my own. And I would write back as often as I could about the great things I was doing. And I suppose that was a lie too.
Bloody hell, you mean it was a lie? What's all this then?
I haven't written, haven't spoken to anybody back home. When we were there, just for a few days, I tried to avoid everybody I could.
So that's why you were so acting the way you were.
It's just... I thought I was going to come back a conquering hero, and all I found was that out here it is more easy than anything else to just die unceremoniously, head dashed against a rock somewhere. And now that we're actually on a heroic quest, I'm learning that the heroes in the stories are just as scared and lost as the rest of us, and I don't know what to do about it.
Sorry, just super satisfied grin from Matt as he finished that. It was so great for me to see.
I wasn't even aware I did that.
Sorry, I broke everything.
No, it's okay. We're not ending the scene just yet. Why don't you write about that in a letter?
The downer.
It's a story.
Is it worth listening to? The only thing that I can do is trick people into thinking I'm better than I am.
What if this whole time you've been tricking yourself into thinking that you're tricking other people into thinking that you're better than you are?
What?
Yeah, I've like
Dry as so
Dry as confused when you were. Like
What isn't great about you shooting it? It's like, is the power that you have nothing to you?
Well, the power that I have is trying to make up for, well, past failures, I suppose. I haven't been doing this for very long. When we met, I only knew a handful of spells, and I was about to give up on the whole thing entirely. But I'm getting better, I suppose. But I'm still getting wiped out after one hit, or trying to figure out ways to throw other people in front of me.
But that's how they became heroes, isn't it? It's because they weren't at chapter 1. But then by the end, they were somehow the same and yet so much more. I almost failed tonight, and the only fighting I do is for money in an arena with the dregs of society, with
prisoners and cons and failures and runaways and...
Ah, you're on a hunt for your true love. You're hunting down pirates.
What do you think about writing, huh?
Agreed.
Agreed. So you will?
Alright, I'll think about it.
If someone I cared about, if I knew where she was, all I'm saying is I'd write her right now.
I suppose.
Because you never know when you're going to
I suppose.
lose them forever.
And I suppose the things we've seen, the company I'm keeping now, there's a few more people in my life worth writing about now, I guess.
Finnegan, you alone are more than enough worth writing about. And she knew it, it sounds like. You never had to do anything to be the hero of a great story, in her eyes. So why don't you let her know what you're up to and just tell her about the adventures as they are. This crazy journey we've been on, you don't even have to embellish anything. And she won't believe a word of it, but then you'll come back. You'll come back and you'll be the only one back because even though you have low hit points now, you'll be dealing the highest damage dice of any of us.
And I always know when to run away.
Expedite retreat.
Yep.
Once again, I would label inspiration point worthy. So reward yourselves.
You didn't give her the beard braiding, but for the...
Well, Gregor can't sleep because listening to Finn talk about his childhood and his friendship and this young life that he got to fully live with a best friend and a dear friend and telling stories and going on imaginary adventures and everything, it has prevented him from being able to sleep. And so, moral of the story, Gregor can't sleep.
Morning arrives, and it's more of a...
Oh, yes.
It's more of, I mean, Finnegan just kind of wakes up after a normal amount of time to the sounds of the city. You're not really sure how long you've been asleep. Probably that 8 hours. I mean, it's probably 9 a.m. or so. Draya's been awake for a while. Udon's still asleep, I think, unless someone woke her
Oh,
up.
you wake me up? Yeah. Can Drya, I feel like she would have gotten bored in the morning, so maybe she went down and offered to help make breakfast.
Oh,
Does she know how to cook? She wants to learn. I don't know. She probably sucks
That's
at
really
it.
cute. Teach me to cook, innkeeper.
Okay, so Drya walks down early morning.
Yeah.
It is probably 6 a.m. She walks down and the innkeeper has this powerful dragon-born woman is she has a bucket of roots. Thank you for making fun of me.
That's great.
She's got a bucket of roots.
My roots. Yes.
No, so she's got a bucket of
Okay.
roots, a large bucket of roots, a large bucket of mushrooms, all wild that she's picked from the mountains. I mean, she's in the mountains where things like that would grow. She is making a stew.
Can I help you with your roots?
Your roots, dude.
She turns to you and she says, she looks at you squinty-eyed for a moment. Duh.
Okay.
Bucket. Pick up bucket, go
Okay.
outside.
Okay.
Pick roots. Join me back inside.
You want to go pick roots?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Drya, you find yourself...
Do I need to do an investigation check?
Well, first, the picture. You find yourself in the back of the inn. There is a... You find yourself looking at a mushroom garden.
Mushrooms.
It's a carefully planted and preserved kind of a grove of mushrooms, and there's also kind of stick from the mountain wall behind it, just kind of sticking out from a lot of different crevices all over the place. There's just a bunch of roots and things like that. But as you walk out, so you see the garden, you see the roots wall. You also see aquifers coming, just kind of following along the side of the mountain, and you look out and you see this massive network of aquifers bringing water to the whole city from who knows where. And this one specific aquifer, kind of hewn from solid stone, is pouring water into a pool behind the inn. And you're in this very, very picturesque place. And again, to top it off, you have your luminescent luminescent crystals.
Oh, they're talking about hair.
You have your glowing hair. No,
Wow.
you have your luminescent hair. Dang it. You have your luminescent crystals lighting up the picture,
okay.
and you're in this kind of serene, weird mountain garden. Okay, so you
Loving it.
fill a bucket with mushrooms and roots, and head back in. You see this dragonborn woman standing over a large cauldron in the back of her kitchen area behind the bar. She's just pouring ingredients in and water and some natural rock salts and things also from the mountain, and creating a stew. She turns to you and she says, "Good. Pour into the cauldron." As you pour it into the boiling water, it splashes and sizzles, and the smell is intoxicatingly good. Something about these
Like gumbo.
yes.
No,
but it's just
For breakfast.
20 gold is for.
It's just a really good taste, good smelling meal. And slowly but surely, as the meal is prepared, this smell wafts up into the upper levels of the building and catches the noses of Finnegan and Gregor.
I'm already down at the bar. I'm looking through a tourist map, seeing if there are any good Broadway shows playing.
Any Broadway?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I'm Broadway.
I mean, we
They're
have
playing
someone.
Einsatz's Chosen Superstar.
We have some. We have some amazing shows in the Org.
Einspell.
Einspell, yes. Wow, I could sit here forever.
It would be Maor Superstar.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
To get it right, but again. I have the playbill signed. Actually, no, because.
I saw the original cast.
It was a tour. Are there any other patrons in the tavern?
Yeah. As the morning gets later into breakfast time, slowly from the upper levels trudge down kind of a motley crew of dwarves and men, mostly dwarves and men.
What was the main population of Gora? The town that we were just in, where I had caught wind of Callaway.
That was Satyrs.
Satyrs.
Yeah, there are. I mean, there's maybe one satyr in this specific.
How old?
I'd say middle-aged, maybe 45, 50.
Friend, buy you a coffee?
Do I know you?
Just a wanderer, actually. I actually was wondering if I might ask you a few questions about the town. I'm new here.
Sure, why not? I never say no to a good cup of joe.
That's my kind of fella.
So he joins you at the bar. He looks at you and says, "My friend, my name is Brute. Brute. What can I call you?"
Pleasure to meet you. You can call me Gregor.
So, you have questions. I will do my best to do the answering.
Well, I singled you out because I actually just arrived in town from, what was the Satyr town?
Pick.
Pick, which was, Well, a lot of your kind were in the village of Pick, and they were lovely people.
Yes, that is the home of the ancestral of our race.
I thought it might be. Do you have any attachments to the town, or has your family lived here? Or where do you hail from?
I actually do hail from this great city of Valun. I don't get out to the outer cities as much as I used to when I was a boy.
You were a boy, huh?
Yes, but I do love that town, and of course, my ancestrals of my race, lovely people.
Yes, so I discovered. So you have been there?
Yes, it's been several years, but I have been there.
There was a local legend, something that happened about 18 years ago. A human woman arrived in town and was apparently a great blessing to the place, and actually fought off against an invasion of sky pirates before she was taken herself. Is this a story you're familiar with by any chance?
This is a story that is not... It's not an uncommon story to be heard around many campfires.
You don't say.
It made an impression upon all of Gora.
So, are there any stories about the aftermath of that story? Where where the sky pirates might have gone, or if you've seen them since, if you have a sky pirate problem here in the capital?
In days past, we used to have problems with sky pirates, especially trying to come out to Valun. It's a very difficult place to get to, and of course we have many things that the pirate could benefit from here.
Do you have a skyport here?
We no longer do. There used to be one at upper levels of mountain near where the dragon houses themselves, but it's been many years since we accepted entrance from that level. Sky pirates and sky merchants we don't really have much more of that, especially after that incident with the girl. We, increased our defense measures. The mages here at the College of Abjuration worked together to create whatever defenses they could, defending the city and various defenses throughout the region.
So these mages at the College of Abjuration would know something about the history of the pirate invasions, and...
They may. I cannot speak for them. I will say, of course, knowing the story to be true, it finds itself more in the category of, and of course not intentionally, tall tale around the campfires. It's just such an incredible story to tell that I imagine there's been some embellishment over the years, maybe throughout the external parts of the region, but I assure you, whatever you did here in Pick with the ancestral herself, she was there and rescued. I would trust her story.
Any rumor of a girl coming to this city?
None of any sort of remarkable nature, no.
If I wanted to find someone who might know more, where would you recommend looking? The mages sound like...
I guess the mages, because they are the ones who went throughout the region to create the defenses. But that's it. I don't know. I can't say anyone else who would know.
My friend Blue, thank you for the conversation. You have been a great help to me.
Thank you for the coffee. You've been a great help to my morning.
Well, with that, I'm afraid I must be off. And by be off, I mean find Finnegan.
Isn't Finnegan in the bar as
I
well?
turn to my right and say, Finnegan.
I need Finnegan.
How do you fancy a stop off at the Mages College?
Sounds wonderful. I was thinking about heading that way myself.
I thought you might be.
I'm not wearing an apron. Are you guys leaving without us?
Do you work here now?
No, I was just helping out.
Oh,
It's
we
really
could get
fun.
a discount.
Maybe. That's
That's a good idea. I didn't even think about that.
The apron looks good.
Well, thanks.
I
We shopping.
come down the stairs.
Udon, Finnegan and I were just on our way off to the Mages College.
Oh, nice. I would like to purchase a rapier today.
I'll go with you. I need to fix my axe.
Cool.
Okay, so to find.
Do you need help at the Mages College? Like, do we want to divide and conquer? Or do we want to all just go?
I do want to go shopping later.
Okay, and then we gotta go save the world.
Probably
Yeah, I
good
guess.
to do it all at once.
All right,
instead of-
let's
Alright,
go along.
go
Really?
to the Mage College then.
Do you want?
So you're all going to the
We'll
meeting.
go
Not no pressure to come with us if you
Let's
don't want to.
field trip.
Let's streamline, all go together, and then all go
Just-
shopping.
okay,
And
awesome.
like, so we can
Good.
keep things.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so the Mage College, the Abjuration Academy, on the main level of the city that you guys entered into. When you entered, you probably walked past it without realizing. So as you approach it, you see a big structure with large runes carved into the side of it. Just runes and magical tomes that just indicate that this is in fact the college, the famed College of Abjuration, located in the realm of Gora.
Alright, I have a question, and I think I would probably know this. These magical academies throughout the realms, do they keep in contact with each other? Like, are they very interconnected, or are they just kind of their own things?
I'd say there's a certain level of communication,
Okay.
just because, these are the highest class of mages in the world, and they kind of all studying different schools of magic that they all each individually believe to be the best school of magic,
Mm-hmm.
keep in contact because they know that they're kind of, they harness the magical energy of the world. They're probably the ones who are most qualified to defend Tannen.
Cool.
So they do stay in a decent amount of contact.
Cool, I'm going undercover.
Whoa.
It's a good thing.
I'm going to use the hat of disguise
Okay.
to make myself look like Flanagan, the halfling.
So you put the hat on,
He's there as we walk.
and you instantly look like a Walmart brand version of yourself.
Yep.
Wow.
Flawless.
Market Pantry Finnegan. That's a target brand.
Yeah. It would be. What is the Walmart?
Great value.
Great
Oh no.
Savings plus.
Yeah, so you disguise yourself.
Wait, we're all here, right? We're all what with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so you enter through these grand, elaborate doors into the
Buttresses?
College of Abjuration. So as you enter in, it's almost like another cavern in and of itself that was designed to house the college. It's this massive opening, almost like this giant courtyard with pillars, just massive pillars, all carved intricately. It's a impressive and intimidating space. And as you walk through the doors, something sticks out to you. You see on the right-hand side, on the wall, right by the doors and kind of spreading into one of the pillars that are near you, this massive dark burn gash into the side of the mountain, this magical burn that it looks old, it looks like it's been there for a long time, and it's odd to you that it's there, like that it's been unremoved. And you all notice this. It's a very odd, it doesn't match the setting of everything else that you're seeing.
Dry takes out her camera. Snaps pictures.
I've seen it on postcards, but it's not the same person.
Yeah, so you enter into this room, and there's hustle and bustle of many races, all in long, flowing gray
Robes?
robes. All gray robes.
Who runs this joint?
I say
do
it to no one.
you just say that out loud?
I address someone walking by me and I say, "Hey, who runs this joint?"
So
You need to work on your people skills.
the person that
Just have a
you
very friendly chat with
the
safe
person
guy
that
in the
you
tavern. I'm in a hurry now.
the person that you talk to is a tall, regal
One's tall here.
elf.
Yes, that's all very well. Who runs it?
And they look at you, and they're not they almost don't look like they're from Gora, the region. They don't have that rough, grew up in the mountains air about them. They're very
you're
fine.
An elf, a full-blooded elf.
And and he looks at you.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. My lifespan's too long.
Oh.
He looks at you and he says, the person who runs this joint.
Yeah, the Grand Wizard or whatever.
The Archmage.
She's got it. The Archmage of the College of Abjuration. They are. Well, you're going to be looking for Rosviet.
Where might I find him?
I would say. Oh, up on the second level in the library. Most likely, you're going to be looking for a small, stubby little dwarf. Don't tell him that I said that. He has a long grey beard, and that's who that is.
Thanks. See you guys.
Wait! And I try and keep up with my stumpy little legs.
You know, Finn, it's
That-
weird.
that Flan?
Flan. It's weird with you being so tall. For you. Because you're halfling.
Does 6 inches really matter that much?
It's just weird for my, I'm just used to looking. Anyway.
It's alright. It's okay. I get it.
Are you taller right now?
Not by much, just by less than a foot.
Oh.
I'm a halfling now.
Oh.
Instead of a gnome.
Are you wearing
No.
flannel?
Flannel.
Yeah, flannel gets flannel.
Sorry. So the library.
Yeah, so you guys,
Well, that's where I go. And Gregor doesn't explain himself. He doesn't ask what anyone else wants to do here. He assumed Finnegan wanted to come here because.
I want to hit the library.
It's like, so you come with, so you all follow me, and I said,
Yeah,
okay.
we're like,
Okay, so you head up that way. As you go, I mean, it's an open space. No one's stopping you. There's nothing guarded or anything. You just enter right into the library, and you see
If someone like me started something, I'd get evaporated. Like that.
you see a large grouping of tables, all kind of bunched up next to each other. They're just piled with scrolls and books, written in many different languages. You can't really make heads or tails of what you're looking at, and you see kind of standing on the table at one end is this ancient dwarf, small and stubby, with a 8-foot-long gray beard that's kind of wrapped around his neck like a scarf.
Gosh.
And he's kind of squatting down over this 8-foot-long scroll that's just this massive thing that's spread out across the tables, and he's just kind of squatting over it, squinting and kind of reading mumble aloud to himself.
I approach. I place a hand dignifiedly on the pommel of my sword. I bow, not too low, but nobly, and I say, "My lord, I hate to disturb you, but I was wondering if I might have a word."
And he's squatting down, and he looks up, and he's got a monocle, but it's like a magnifying monocle. So one of his eyes just looks massive, and he looks up and he. What did you say?
I was wondering if I might have a word with you briefly, Archmage.
Oh, yes, please, sit down. Don't ask that freaking cheese.
cheese.
Yeah.
There's no chair, so Gregor looks around but ignores him. And no, if there's a chair, sure.
Yeah, there's chairs everywhere. Yeah, there's.
And are you all still here?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want us to leave?
No.
We can look at the books.
That's fine. I'm hoping this will be brief. 18 years ago, a girl by the name of Calais saved the village of Pick from a sky pirate invasion when she was kidnapped by them. I was wondering if you know anything about that attack, or perhaps the woman's whereabouts.
I remember that day very well.
You were there.
I was on part of the support group that came to help. I was making my way down the mountain, and I saw the skyship taking off. Only to discover they had the prisoner. They went straight west.
Straight west. Did the ship have a name?
The ship had no name that I could make up.
Does anyone know if the ship had a name? Does anyone know who did it? Has anyone heard of them since?
There's no recorded name. All that we have recorded is the black hull.
The black hole?
Hull.
Hull.
Yeah.
A black hull.
Yeah.
Painted.
Either painted or magically changed, I don't know, but this black, big, massive black ship blotting out the sun as it flew away.
Any idea where I might find out more?
We have not seen it since. We tried to chase after it, but we do have no flying.
And no one's seen the woman in this town, city, since?
There have been no recorded sightings of her.
She's not the bloody abominable snowman. Sorry, thank you.
I say that to... As you've probably heard, she is a legend in Gora. She did a great service to our people, to the town, and we have done our best to honor and immortalize her memory, but we...
Everything but try to look for her.
How would we do that? It flew...
Well, there's these things called feet, and they can move across land, and territories, and regions. They can pursue directions like west. They can look for rumors. They can search for signs. Surely someone who was a hero, a woman, kidnapped. After protecting the people, you'd think someone might, I don't know, be interested in what happened to her next. But if you've never heard of anyone, then...
Do you know her?
Yes.
I have no excuse for myself or my people. Not a day goes by that I don't regret trying to do something. But we, the Mage College, we were busy creating defenses, and the sheer hopelessness of the situation at the time, we were afraid. And that fear will follow me and my kinsmen and the people of that village to our graves. And there's nothing that I can say that will make it better, and nothing that I can say to apologize enough for having no more information, no name of the ship, no description other than black hole, no direction other than west. I am deeply, truly sorry.
You might not have anything to say, but I know someone who would. And she would say, don't worry about it. I can take care of myself. And I leave. Thank you.
Well, I have a quick question. So the giant burn mark on the walls.
Yeah, I took a picture of it. I mean, I drew a portrait.
Yeah, a little awkward for a protection academy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that.
That's a good point.
Bit of an eyesore, and yet oddly inspiring.
And artistic.
It makes a statement.
Mm-hmm.
The statement is that of defiance, nothing more.
Can you explain that further?
We've tried to fix it and tried to cover it up, but the sheer anger that went into that spell, we cannot fix it.
Really? I've never heard of anything like that.
14 years ago. 14 bloody years ago. This girl, human girl, young human girl sporting simple robes and a wand. She walks in and she comes up to me and she says, I want to learn every school of magic in the world. Every school, and I will become the best abjurationist in all of the college. And I laugh at her. She's a small girl. She's a small girl, inexperienced, young. And she has the audacity to look at me and say, I will be better than you. While having other schools of magic, this is unheard of. No magician studies more than one school. It takes a lifetime to master one. I told her simply no. We would not accept that kind of reckless
ambition. Boy, you hate to welcome a student who wants to achieve and be the best. No scholarships for that kind of attitude.
So sorry.
We are proud. The magicians, we are proud. And we are powerful and ancient and very knowledgeable.
How ancient are you? Sorry, I'll just... Anyway.
Oh, I love the stand-up bit. How ancient is he?
So all that to say, I didn't believe that someone who had not mastered a different area of study and had left it, I didn't trust that they had the capacity to stick with this school of magic long enough to be any good at it or be anything other than a danger to themselves.
Okay.
And so I told her to leave.
And did she come back, or did she do that right then and there?
She refused to leave.
Okay.
And so, me and several others escorted her out.
Okay.
And in the escortation out of the doors,
Escortation? Try's writing it down. Like, this must be a new word.
You're a fraud.
You're only taking credit for what other wizards have done.
I do pride myself on my memory charms.
I was like, I know this.
So during that, she pulled out her wand, and
Let it rip.
I don't know what happened next, because, quite frankly, the largest bolts of fiery energy and heat and death that I have ever seen spew from the tip of her wand and destroyed an entire wall of this college and almost toppled a pillar, almost toppling the college itself, killing thousands.
What happened to her?
Yeah, if she didn't learn abjuration here, where on earth could she have done it? Where do you think she was headed afterward? Just curious.
There's one thing that I know. One thing that I will never forget her saying is that she was going to go to every single school in every single region of the entirety of Tannen. She was going to learn all of them and surpass every single wizard and mage and...
Except for Finnegan.
Whoever he is.
Where was the girl?
Finnegan.
Yeah, our friend Finnegan, who's I barely know.
Oh, they tell stories about Finnegan. He's amazing. We all wish we could be like him.
Yeah.
So she left and you never saw him again? Her again?
in the wake of the explosion and the fire and the smoke, she slipped out.
Jeez.
That could have been your valedictorian.
Rip. Well, let's hope we never run into her.
I have been.
Did she have a name?
Oh yeah, name.
This
Her
is
name.
the part where you say her name and you pause. And then you say it.
Yeah. Think about how this will go in the previously on segments later.
Yes. Her name was Eris.
That sounds
Girl?
familiar. Can we have a book from her?
Eris.
No, I'm sure it's a pretty common name. I mean, goodness, anyone can just scribble something on a library book. Listen, I don't want to bring up painful memories, but I'm a magician who's hoping to dabble in a little bit of abjuration myself. I'm a big fan of fear, a big fan of defenses, and all of that. Is there anything available to the public? Someone who's hoping to pick up a couple of spells just to see what they're like?
We have a scroll shop near the front.
Next to the gift shop.
Cool. Anyone else have any more questions?
Except you try to resell the scrolls back to the next year students, they're like, they won't take them, or they're half price, it's useless,
Half
just burn
price
them.
my patootie.
Anyway,
Half price
16.
But with a software license.
They have puzzles.
Cool, so
Here's
you wanna
some,
check out some scrolls?
Yeah. I want a t-shirt that says, I survived Eris's explosion.
Oh, that's good. I should market that.
Oh, and also, before we leave, I'm going to say to Rosviet, I also don't want to tell you how to run your job, but Arch-Abjurer would keep the alliteration thing you're going for with Abjuration Academy. You can have that one for free.
I like that.
They should hire you, Finn.
That
Flan?
Flan! Flanny! I'm gonna shut up now.
I like this. This is good. Our chapter.
Okay.
And next time someone comes to your school and says, I want to be the greatest wizard ever, you say yes. You let them in. You keep your bloody eye on them.
If for no other reason than as marketing.
Be a huge draw from the schools.
True. Very
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Eris
I mean,
went here.
We are the chosen ones.
And they'll say, that's Rosviet's girl.
Or they'll be like,
What is that a reference to?
Yeah. I think basically, Matt, how we were doing, so basically you can buy any abjuration spell scroll up to 3rd level?
Yep. So
Really?
Yep. So as you enter the enter the scroll shop, you see that these are all spell scrolls. They're all basically student projects. But they're
adorable.
But they're like, I mean, these are like senior projects.
I love
almost.
that. No, I love that.
They're very well crafted for the wizard who wants to learn a little bit about abjuration. The pricing ranges are going to be cantrips at 50 gold pieces. First level spells at 100, second level spells at 200, and third level spells at 500 gold pieces.
Okay.
And this is any and all abjuration spells through 3rd level.
Got it. Okay.
You're gonna find at least one of everything.
Okay.
So if there are any abjuration spells that you've had your eye on, try it out.
Well, we can also maybe do our shopping scene in the Smith,
Oh, that'd be great.
just to save time.
yeah. I wander down to
Go
the
to
Smith.
the Smith.
Okay, so you find yourself at the entrance to Supreme Smithing. You enter in and see a male dwarf working the bellows. And this is Supreme Smithing.
Cool. Hello, I would like a rapier, please.
Rapier.
Yes.
You want the rapier?
I would love the most stabby of stabby rapiers. If you would please give me the price.
The
What is it in the
most
book?
stabby.
Just the regular rapier
There's
is
paper.
25 gold pieces.
Okay, so just a normal.
And I actually would like to sell my longsword.
Whoa!
You want to sell?
She's
lunch?
selling.
I can give you
It's a great condition.
6 gold pieces.
Okay.
All right. Give
There you
give. Thank you.
So I gave you 25.
Swish. Udon.
Now you can use your dex.
Has a...
Can you fix this battle axe?
What battle axe?
Just rehone it to how it was.
Rehone to normal hone level.
Just the
normal
normal
honing.
We're at a budget.
Yeah, I can do these for 20 gold pieces.
Oh, alright. Done.
And then for you, I have like some gems and things to sell. Do we like
I
need
don't
to,
buy gems.
Is like
Is there a
where-
jewelry store?
There
Yeah.
is jewelry.
Well,
Okay, I go to the jewelry store.
also, should we since we got all these gems, put most of it into the group fund, but we can divvy up because I think we're all pretty low on our, like especially you with the
I'm actually
individual.
really good.
Oh.
Somehow I earned 250 gold.
I have like
Sold
39
something.
gold.
Yeah,
I'm
so
really hurting, actually.
we could each take maybe 100 or 200 and then put the rest in the party fund.
Okay.
Well, we
yeah,
got a
that's
lot
a
of
good idea.
gems last
Alright.
time.
To
Yeah.
find jewelry, you head to east side of Silver District.
Great. So I have 13 rare gems that you had told me were 50 gold pieces each.
This is true.
So that's 650.
We go there if we do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we just gotta divide them up.
Oh, and I have 5 green gems.
Let's go 10 GP each for those.
Man, Udon just
Great.
pulls out like literally every gem that in existence.
I feel so much lighter. I'm not lugging all these rocks around with me
Yes.
anymore.
Apparently my back hurt.
So what's the total that you have now, Udon, from all the selling
Yeah,
gems?
I sold all of those and I received 765.
Oh, done.
And I'm going to take 200 of that, put the rest into the group fund.
So the group fund gets 565.
Yes, the group fund gets 565.
So what is in the group fund right now?
870.
Plus 565.
Yes.
Upgrades.
So what? Do the three of us want anything from the?
I would have enough now to hold my rapier.
Or should we upgrade our house once we get there? And then...
If it's okay to pull a little bit from that
Yeah.
and get some spells. Then
Yeah, I'm fine.
just split
Should we
it to
each
get
take
like a
100 or
couple.
two? Are we at like 1400?
Yeah, we are 1435.
Okay. Should we each take?
In that case,
I've got plenty, don't worry about me. I don't think Gregor would never say that, but...
Why don't you take what you want for your spells and we'll just leave it in the rest.
can I take another 100 and upgrade my rapier then?
Okay.
Plus 1 to damage.
Plus 1 to damage. This is going to be a 200 gold pieces.
Perfect.
Alright.
I'm getting shield and arcane lock. Shield is a purely selfish one. I'm using my own gold for that. But arcane lock, you can choose a door, window, gate, chest, and lock it magically.
That's nice.
And it does not have a time limit. It lasts until dispelled.
Okay.
There are ways for people to like try and break something open doing that, but it is made harder by the spell's effect.
Sweet.
Lock up all our valuables. Can we unlock it though?
Yes, I can dispel it.
Sweet.
One time lock.
Nice. We just
But very good.
shopped in the morning. What are we doing? Anything else in the city?
It is now noontime. I'm gonna go back to my normal DM voice now.
Oh my god.
The gates are open, and you can leave, stay, have fun, play, whatever you want.
I think Udon is also feeling a little claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Inside.
Let's
Are the gates open? Should we go see
get out.
the open world?
We have our horses.
We have our
It says-
goats right now.
The goats.
Which we need to get to the
yes.
temple,
horses
I'm
are
pretty
stuck
sure.
at our place.
Right.
So we need to go get our goats. And
Oh yeah, there's a stable.
Loon has also been with me this whole time.
Yep, no, Loon definitely has.
Hey Loon. Aw.
Look at my rapier.
Buddy.
Woof.
Alright, so do we set out? Are we all packed?
You guys good?
Yeah, I'm ready to sit out.
Got
Okay.
our warm cloaks and
So,
put all our warm stuff back on.
Yeah.
if you will recall, because you have your maps,
Oh yes, yes, yes.
you're up and down. You need to get back. You need to go back down to Pick, and then meet up with the with
oh yeah, one dude.
Soul.
the super cool guy, Soul, who's gonna give you a he's gonna escort you to the temple, lead you through them treacherous paths there.
I'm pretty sure he never actually introduced himself to us last time, but Dry had a sense of his name. Just,
Udon like rarely remembers anybody's names, so she's just like,
Do you know
"Hey,
your
bud,
name?
how's it going, man?
Hey.
your real
Hey,
name?
friend."
Like, that's
Oh, I
not a
remember
tattoo.
you.
You have our names written on your hand.
Do we remember Udon's real name?
I have your names written down, but I don't have any of your defining features to correlate with the names, so it's just a bunch of names, and I don't remember who you are.
That's why you only ever call us as a group.
We go to
So yeah, you streamline. Nothing happens. It's noonday. Your goats are great, and they bring you to pick super successfully. Yeah, and as you enter the town of Pick, you remember your fun recent adventures there, learning about long lost loves and potential pathways and directions to go, and you see kind of chilling in the middle of town, cross-legged with his pan flute, that satyr that you met.
Our friend.
Hey man, we're back.
Oh, hey, it's you guys. I can't. That's British now. Yeah.
Are you trying to do yourself?
Trying to do it.
Yeah,
Like,
man,
laid
it's
back.
good. It's
Like,
like
I
that.
let's-
All right, my friends, you're back. How was the city?
It was
It
great.
was very
It was-
urban.
It makes you feel really small, but also you feel really like claustrophobic. You know what I mean? Like those like
I don't like the
grueling
city.
feelings at the same time. But I'm glad we're back here. I'm glad we're among the trees and the mountains. And the
Yeah, your village is very
fresh air.
pretty.
It's. I like this place a lot more than the city. Yes.
All
But
the
Are
flowers.
you ready to go on a journey?
the temple, my friends, I'm ready.
Sick. Udon holds out her hand like they're gonna do this like
Oh, no.
handshake that they've always known.
Nah.
And he follows your direction perfectly. And you just kind of invent a secret handshake.
Sick.
I feel like I need to count how many times Udon has done a secret handshake with people in this show because it's
People
been
we
a
just
lot.
met.
Yeah.
She likes doing it because it like always makes people a little bit uncomfortable, but also like makes them feel connected.
Break the ice.
But like usually like a little bit of it is like she's like, hey, they're probably gonna totally like fumble and like sort of feel uncomfortable, which kind of gives her the power, but she would never say that. She'd be like,
Yeah,
still a little unconscious.
this was the plan since the other day, so you guys are just heading up to Eben Temple. Oh yes, Matt.
I was gonna look this up in the book, but I couldn't find it in time. Are you gonna let me like study the scrolls during the journey so that I can learn at least one of the spells over that time?
Honestly, the way that I
Does
was
it say
picturing
short
it,
rest or something? Or
I couldn't find it.
okay.
the way that I was picturing it for these is you were, you know, the goats were kind of doing all the work to find their way down the path, so you were just kind of along for the ride and reading for the whole day. So
Tied yourself to your goat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm dragged. Okay, cool.
yeah, so you have both of those spells prepared. You feel decently comfortable in casting both of those spells. Yeah. So
Bigger, how are you feeling? You look like you didn't get much sleep.
I didn't, but I'm fine.
Righteous rain.
Well, we take
Emotionally
a
okay.
quick rest.
So what time we got to pick by nighttime then, or if we left the city at noon?
Probably. Oh yeah, we're traveling the dark.
Oh, do we do like?
yes, it is nighttime.
Should we stay at Pick and then go in the morning?
You know what? I'm gonna retcon that your satyr friend was like,
Let's do the night party.
you know, it took a long time for you guys to get here. I'm tired now.
I'm wicked scared of
I'm
the
gonna
dark.
sleep.
Yes.
I am going to take a sleepy time.
Cool.
See you tomorrow.
They have a tavern, right?
They did, yes.
They
did.
They did. Is it gone?
I'm going to play some music and like pull out a little tin to make a little bit of money.
Okay.
I forgot you can do that.
Roll a performance check for me.
Unnatural 20.
Ooh. Bards.
80.
All right, you make 12 gold pieces.
Not to like shamelessly rip off. Could I do something similar? Could I?
Sure.
Could I put on one of my old bits and use the goat to draw in passerby with the amazing talking animal?
Or are you
Yes.
doing like stand-up comedy kind
No,
of?
I'm showing everybody an amazing feat of nature where I found this magical talking goat and I'm just using minor illusion to make it say things.
Okay. Yeah, roll that.
Actually amazing.
Oof. I'm gonna use inspiration for that.
Really?
Yes. That was a really bad roll. There we go. 18.
Okay.
So where are you?
Inside
You brought
the tavern.
You brought the mountain goat
No,
in the tavern.
I'm at the window.
He has a normal goat, remember?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you have a normal goat.
Yeah, I'm levitating the goat outside of the window.
Okay.
Nah.
All right. You, my friend.
One copper piece.
You make.
Doesn't sound good.
Just read the die.
I rolled. Well, a bunch of zeros.
What?
So that's like zeros or tens,
Oh.
aren't they?
Would that be
That's-
110?
10, isn't it?
If it's a D100 and a D10 and it's all zeros, what is that number?
Yeah. Well,
Well,
Yeah,
This
that
is
would
a
be
10.
That would be 100.
So, you made. No one's gonna realistically. You
100
wouldn't.
gold.
You made.
No, I
You
mean,
made
no, not
100
realistically.
silver pieces.
Oh.
But
That's such a good roll.
no one. There's not. That no one's that wealthy in this town. No one has 100 gold pieces to give you.
feed sleep. And then we set out in the morning.
and I asked him if he wrote a letter.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
They
If
probably
you
have
ever
a
got
post
around
office
to it.
here. Just saying.
Letter. You know, I was so tired from studying all those scrolls. I just had no more energy left to write. Had to copy everything into my spell book.
That's fine. I'll
Hand
keep
cramps
asking.
up.
Udon kind of overhears this, and she like sneaks up to Gregor like once Finnegan is out of earshot, and is like, "What are you talking about? A letter? What are you talking about? What's going on?"
I'll maybe tell you sometime.
Spill the tea, Gregor.
It's
come
boy
on.
talk. It's boy talk.
Oh, tell me, who am I gonna tell? Dryad?
Can we make a deal?
What are you
invite-
telling me?
You invite me to
Nothing,
go.
Dryad.
You have secrets?
You invite me to one girl's night. I'll tell you.
Deal. Makes up random handshake.
And I'm much worse at it than Theodore.
All right, morning. Were you guys gonna do anything else?
No.
No.
Okay.
We're.
Nighttime comes and then morning does.
Wait.
Here
Oh.
we go. Here we go. Here
We
we go.
rested and then we
Yep,
set out.
it's morning time.
Yep.
You guys are at the exit of the town, about to head north into the mountains, and Sol is ahead of you, and he's like, "You ready, my friends?"
Probably not, but here we go.
Yeah. On our journey, hey Gregor, are you gonna learn to play some music?
And
Do you wanna
Gregor,
learn while we're on our goats?
this night was a full night of sleep.
Okay.
You have your full benefits.
Thank you.
You have that harmonica, right?
Oh, harmonica? When did we get that?
You have a harmonica. You wouldn't
I have a harmonica that How about you learn to play the harmonica?
Yeah, well, I should probably ride like 100 feet back from everyone else in the train.
No, you can't make a harmonica sound bad. It is the instrument of the soul. Just try like playing it, you know?
You know what? I'm on a goat. I'm on a goat in the mountain.
Yes.
I said I would, didn't I?
Yes.
All right. Why
I
the
love
heck
that
not?
creative energy.
Show me how to play this rectangle
Yes. Okay.
with my mouth.
Yes.
I want you, Gregor, to make a blind performance check with disadvantage.
Blind.
Just you know, this is your first time ever
Can't
playing
look
this
at
thing.
Yep.
So disadvantage performance check.
That's gonna be. So that.
Oh no!
Yeah. Well, my second roll was a nat 20, but the first roll, that was a 2.
Okay.
Oh.
So. You
Someone's
just
in trouble.
so.
Is your goat dying?
Oh no, my business partner.
It doesn't work. I think it must be broken.
No. You just gotta like feel it, okay? It's all in the breath. I teach him how.
Yeah. So roll a performance check with advantage to teach.
That's a good master and apprentice.
Okay, so it was 15?
15.
15.
All right. With the 15, you're able to give him just some really good starter lessons. It's my first harmonica book, 101. You know, he's learning. You know, he's got Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Hot cross buns.
Sure.
Yep. Somehow chopsticks, but on the harmonica.
Okay, so Gregor, you just keep playing these over and over, and I'm gonna join in. We're just gonna jam, you know? It's all about feeling it, okay? Music is the art of the soul, and so you gotta dig deep. You know what I mean? It's not about like being good. It's about feeling it.
Okay, so here's the thing. I had a teacher once, and she said, "Here's how you spell your name. It looks like this, and how you do it, and how you do it." And I was able to do that. When you say "feel it,"
Yeah.
bloody hell am I supposed to know what that means?
Well, here's the deal, Gregor McConnell. Abby Day doesn't know how to play the harmonica.
You know how to play the uke.
They're very different instruments.
That's an instrument.
Okay.
Gregor's asking Udon to explain how to feel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
like how do you teach someone how to feel something?
Yeah. Okay. So
This
one
is emotion.
Don't be afraid of failure. Okay? Failure is opportunity to learn. Got it?
Okay, so no one's gonna laugh if I go.
We already laughed.
Maybe we will, but who cares?
I can't do it. I can't.
Okay, but then I show you like step by step, like which notes
like
to
you actually
play,
do,
and like where to blow into the harmonica, and how to hold your hands to like give it that kind of sound.
The whammy bar.
Yeah, the whammy bar of the harmonica.
And as the camera pans in and out, and the scenery changes as we ride, and I look and I feel, and then one good note.
Yes. And I teach you like a simple song, and then I like play along with it with my flute.
Now I want Gregor to make one more performance roll, and I want Udon to make a roll that she adds to his roll.
Okay.
15, 14.
Can I add my performance check to this?
Yeah.
12.
12 and 14.
Okay, so it's been a while of practice. The scene. So.
March inspiration.
After a morning of practice, finally there's this. It's a little choppy, but there's this really fun, beautiful duet of music that echoes throughout the mountains. And then the camera zooms in on the party and kind of pans up dramatically as the music fades to see in the distance a temple. And as you see the temple, Finnegan, your arm, it begins to just, it hurts like an ache. It's not a debilitating pain. It's not a pain that would keep you from having any sort of range of motion. But it's this ache. Your whole arm. It feels like like that moment after your arm has been asleep, and the blood kind of all rushes back in your arm, and it just kind of is just like, oh, ow.
Oh, so it is debilitating.
It's funny bone.
Yeah. I meant to get this checked out at the academy.
And your wand is glowing bright red from that gash in it. Sol sees the glowing wand, and he sees the temple in the distance, and it's a pretty straight path to the temple from where you guys are through the winding mountain path. And he looks at you, and you can see a very uncharacteristic fear behind his eyes, and kind of a shudder from seeing your wand glowing, and just kind of a foreboding feeling that he has. And he looks at you and he just says, I took you to the temple. There's the temple. I need to go. Oh, I need to go. And he runs.
Okay, bye. You think you know a guy.
That was the best button on any scene.
Okay, so
they always do that too. They're like, "Oh, I'll take you to the."
This further.
Solo's gone. You see this temple in the distance, and as you're walking towards it, kind of from a pool of black smoke in front of you rises the familiar, all too familiar form of Morton. And he...
You do that in the entire dungeon.
I know what it's like to have a means to express yourself.
Right?
I can say so much with just this.
I know. Yeah.
That is feeling it.
I'm feeling it.
That is giant.
You guys, our arch enemy is right there. Damn
And I could spend a sentence describing how I feel about the fact that he's there, or I can just go.
Hell yeah.
And Mortem is standing there, and he was like gonna say something, but then you started saying that to Gregor, so he just kind of clasps his hands in front of him and waits for you to finish.
And I like pull my violin and
We're
like,
vibing.
like shriek.
And he kind of like holds his hand over his ear, little
Yeah.
headache from the high pitch.
Sucks.
Do you actually throw a rock at him?
18 dex roll.
Okay.
Or a ranged attack roll with a rock. So it'd be 1d4 at most, but...
It hits him just in the head.
Oh my
One.
Nice.
What up?
One damage.
Look at that, he bleeds.
Okay, that's so
What do you
good.
want?
And he looks at you and he says, "You know, I was going to give you a spiel about why you shouldn't enter the temple, but you know what?" And then he
I
just
want to listen to him anyways. Am I right?
Who says spiel?
It's just black smoke just shoots up from the ground underneath him, just pouring into the sky. The sky darkens and he starts shrieking.
Gregor, you did it. He's dying.
I hate this guy. Monica!
So he's screeching and the smoke shoots up and covers him. And when the smoke falls down, you see before you this entirely different being with different features. He has massive red wings behind him, and he has red skin and a long spiked tail, and he's holding a gnarly spear with a twisted, horrible point, and he speaks, and he says, "Roll for initiative."
Maybe we are the chosen ones.